Here we have Sophia's film, and I absolutely love the name Sophia on this mare. It is such a cute, sweet name, and it matches her perfectly. And so Sophia is a 16-hand, 3-year-old thoroughbred mare by Midnight Storm, and that's a pioneer of the Nile line. And on the bottom, she's out of a Tis Now line. So she's a very well-bred young mare, and she's just absolutely beautiful. And, obviously we don't call horses black, they're just dark bay, but I think she's black. And she has just the most beautiful face and these big, kind eyes. And she's just such an attractive mare to look at. She's really lovely. And so she's having her very first post track ride today. And so she's unraced. And not only is she unraced, but she also doesn't have any published works. So her connections are her owner. I got her directly from her owner, who is also her breeder. So she's been with the same connections her whole life. And he cares very much about her, and he wants to be connected with whoever her long-term human is next, and wants to be able to follow along and see the progress. So if you think you are the one for her, then you need to be happy to have her connection sort of following along, and keeping them generally updated. And he's a really nice guy, and I just think I always think it's nice when the racing connections want to keep up with the horses. It's a really nice sort of overlap. And so essentially, he's an older gentleman who's just sort of retiring from the industry. And so here is Miss Sophia. She is ready to find her next career, and she will certainly excel at whatever she goes on to do. So she's unraced. She doesn't have any published works either. So I've spoken to her connections, who tell me she's been in training for the last several months. And so obviously I believe them. But there's sort of different tiers of, how much exposure thoroughbreds come to you with. And certainly, horses that have raced quite a bit have lived a bit, and they've been exposed to a lot. They've seen a lot. And so coming here and getting started up is really no big deal. Then occasionally I have unraced horses who also have published works, though. So, just a bit of a track record. You can see something that they've done, like Teddy 2, for example. And then you have horses like Sophia. You don't have any track record. So I always approach these horses very carefully. I'm always trying to be vigilant and looking for all the good indicators, and being aware of things that maybe need some addressing or need you to pause or whatever. So especially with her, I feel like I'm trying really hard to just be aware and provide her the most confidence building experience, and obviously put her in a good position to be really successful with her rides and with just her entire exposure here in general. So yesterday I took her out to the ring, just in the rope halter, to see what she would think of everything, and she was very, very laid back. She strikes me as an extremely quiet horse. I could not make her canter on the lunge line. I wanted her to canter. I couldn't make it happen. So, that's always sort of funny when that happens. It gives you a pretty good idea that they're certainly not going to be running off with you when you get on. But that being said, it doesn't tell you what they know about moving forward from the leg or steering or anything like that. So I thought she was fantastic yesterday on the line. She made me think that she was going to be wonderful for her first post-track ride. But, of course, I'm still moving. I'm proceeding cautiously and with her confidence in mind, and obviously my own safety. So today is her first post-track ride. We spent some time at the mounting block today. She was fine. She had no qualms about the mounting block whatsoever, but I just wanted to spend some time to make sure that I was 100% certain that she was going to be comfortable with me swinging over. And she was, and she never did anything to make me think she wouldn't be. And so here she is, and she's just absolutely adorable. She's really just like so cute and easy. And when I say easy, I mean like easy for an unraced 3-year-old who's had, very limited life experiences. Steering is, well, because she's sort of just a kind-hearted, go with the flow type horse, even though she doesn't really steer, she's just very agreeable. So you kind of can't tell from watching the video that there's not a lot of steering going on. I don't think it's very obvious from watching the video, but I can tell you from riding her that she's just being wicked sort of easygoing, but she certainly doesn't really understand, steering. And the right is actually a little bit easier direction. So you'll see when we're cantering to the left that straight lines down the one long side are a little bit challenging. I mean, certainly certainly nothing wild going on at all. Just the opposite, actually. She's the total opposite of wild. But she's very green. You know, she needs all of the buttons installed. What I can tell you about this horse is that she's super safe to get on. She was excellent at the mounting block. I feel absolutely no silliness or unwanted behaviors coming from her whatsoever. She certainly is quiet brained, meaning that I'm using my leg the whole time. If you take your leg off, she slows down. So she's not one that's, I don't think, ever going to want to go more quickly than you want her to go. So you have to work to keep her moving forward, all in a quiet way. She's not a stuck behind your leg way, just in a nice, quiet, easy type of way. But all the buttons need to be added. So it's a very blank slate, very neutral, because I don't think she has any negative experiences, which is amazing. But every button will need to be installed on her. She really doesn't know anything, but she's approaching all of this with a very open mind. She's listening, she's trying. I mean, she's just cute as can be. She has an absolutely adorably balanced canter. She's really cute in the trot. I mean, the brain is just so good. So, I mean, I thought she couldn't have been better. I thought this was a fantastic first post-track ride for, you know, a little unraced 3-year-old thoroughbred mare. I thought she was just perfect. I wish they could all be that nice and easy. So she's only been here for 2 days. So obviously she's been doing pretty well if I'm, you know, riding her on the second day. The first day that she was here, she was a little bit, I think, quiet and in her shell, not quite sure of, you know, just what was going on, what to make of everything. But Alyssa and I spent some time with her on cross ties yesterday, grooming her and bathing her. And she's so cute here. She's having a little stretch. And it really sort of got her out of her shell. And she seems to really trust me now. And so that helped a lot. And today she felt very settled and, oh, goodness, she's just so sweet. So yeah, just really lovely young horse for somebody to turn into whatever they want.